Good evening. We're going to briefly talk about how do adolescents go through certain changes dealing with technology, especially when it comes down to how they make decisions, how they're going to puberty. How does it exactly affect them in this day of age in the 21st century? So, we're going to briefly talk about how it's going to affect their physical development when it comes to students using a sense of interconnectedness when it comes to technology play. So, we understand that students, adolescents like to use their phones, like to compare their bodies or their minds or anything to anybody else just to see, are they on the right track? Are they currently doing everything right and whatever? And sometimes it does question, well, how come I'm like this and they're like that? And so when it's coming down to puberty, puberty happens at random times, meaning, according to an article that I use for my newsletter, when it comes down to puberty, for example, adolescent girls, it can happen between the ages of 8 and 14. And that's when you'll start to see certain physical changes. And even with technology, it still affects them as well because one, they want to see how can they compare themselves? How can they see how this person looks like this, how their chest is changing, especially with adolescent boys as well. Trying to figure out how tall are they, why are they experiencing acne, and using social media to see like how come they're perfect and flawless, but all of a sudden they're like that. So altogether, it's all about comparing themselves. But according to the text, it's asking to also to describe how technology in schools and classroom is safe, responsible, and ethical according to certain websites that could be good, useful within the school. Now, as far as for technology within school, depending on the program, whether it's for life skills, whether it is for benefits of teaching students social skills when it comes to how to treat people with responsibility, respectful, and to also understand body changes. There are programs for that. We have like special girl programs where it talks about how to become a woman, FCA when it comes to how to be a follower of Christ within the school, and altogether it all talks about how technology can be formed with it when it comes down to having a sense of to having a sense of mind, to having a sense of community, but most importantly, how it affects them altogether, how it develops them to become young adults as they're still transitioning within the adolescent stage. Because overall, when it comes down to how technology affects adolescents, they're always wanting to look for answers. And as educators, we have to make sure that we provide them with the right sources, get them on the right track, not allow them to lose motivation, and to make sure that they stay positive and faithful throughout their adolescent way.